ridiculous name I've heard in my life.
Why?
Stable place.
Well, this residential development's being built on a huge old estate. And the land where our house is going up is where the stables used to be. Stable as in horse stable, not stable as in stable mind.
Well, I know that. They wouldn't let you and Daddy build your new house if being stable were some kind of prerequisite to move in. Well, now, if they're called unstable place, the developers would probably give you 10% off the cost of the lot.
It's going to be a beautiful residential development. The houses already going up are huge. It's very exclusive.
And the lots are small, all crammed in there. You can spend a fortune on a big house and still be surrounded by creepy neighbors who also spend a fortune on their house, peeping at you through their breakfast room windows.
Not if you have a big brick wall around you.
Yes, Mother. A fortress, no outside world to distract you.
I heard that former President Bush and Barbara looked to build at Stable Place, but they built someplace else.
After his term in office, I'm sure he questioned the stable place concept, too.
Well, whatever. But it's too bad. If the former president moved in, we'd have all those Secret Service people around. It'd be like having free extra security.
Those Secret Service guys know how to scale brick walls.
I'm sure.
Mother, that St. John was fabulous on the model, but it really clashes with your hair color.
It does, doesn't it?
Definitely.
But do you like it?
Flo, it's a fabulous dress, but it clashes.
Well, what if I tinted my hair a little bit?
Well, it depends on how much you like the dress.
I like it.
Then call Mr. Tony and tell him to get you in for a tint before your trip.
I'll do that. Ugh, they serve the cheapest Chardonnay here. You'd think for what Mr. Neiman Marcus charges for his goddamn haughty couture, he could serve some decent wine. I bet this is Texas wine.
Oh, hell, after 3 glasses, who really gives a shit? You get drunk, you buy more clothes than you intended, then you can go home and take a nap.
Flo, dear, I cannot believe you didn't let me bring this outfit back for you. It's too exquisite. Oh, you're still in here. I thought you were going down to the men's department to look at a sweater.
Well, obviously, I changed my mind.
I thought you were getting bored.
I was, but now I'm getting drunk.
I guess you're more comfortable, more in your element in the women's department, aren't you?
Brenda, living vicariously through my mother is my life. And Flo knows my kind make the best sons, because my mother is and always will be the woman in my life.
I'm sure. I know you make her proud.
Oh, yes. It's that bonding thing. Oh, but you wouldn't understand that. You would have to experience the joys of motherhood, which would mean, of course, that you would have to sleep with a man.
Flo, honey, I'll go down to jewelry and find something exotic to accessorize with this St. John. There's some new Paloma Picasso in. Perfect for Acapulco. This color makes your hair just shimmer.
Liar.
Sale, slut! Don't you find it interesting that Brenda always manages to come barging in here with some garment every time you're down to your bra underwear? I bet there's a peephole in here, just like in those dirty bookstore booths.
What would you know about dirty bookstore booths?
Mother, please.
You don't think they spy on us, do they? They wouldn't dare think we shoplift. Rich people don't steal.
Of course not.
Stop implying that Brenda's a lesbian.
Well, Mother, she drools over you.
She does not.
When did she start calling you Flo?
I don't know, goddammit. I'm in here twice a week.
She skipped right over Florence, went straight for Flo. How chummy.
St. John, St. John. Why does she always pick St. John?
Because Chanel makes you look dumpy. Brenda might be a snitty lipstick lesbian, Mother, but she does know how to dress you.
You think everyone's a homosexual.
Well, they are, damn it.
Just because you're one.
Yes, damn it.
And you make sure the whole goddamn world knows about it.
Oh, like I could hide it. Mother, I was in your stiletto heels about 2 days after I learned to walk.
By the time you were 8, and your feet were the size of a small elephant, you'd stretched out every pair of shoes I owned. I swear, I had to put a lock on my wardrobe closet door to keep you out.
Yes, Mother. While everyone else was coming out of the closet, I was picking the lock to get in. And I didn't stretch out every pair of your shoes. Just the nice ones. Well, I didn't bother with your ugly shoes, and you had a lot of ugly shoes back then.
What ugly shoes?
Well, those goddamn open-toe things you wore.
I had bad toes.
Well, it was the 60s. You were young and gorgeous. And you didn't own one pair of go-go boots. I wanted to wear go-go boots so badly. But you couldn't do 60s fashions. You and Daddy were conservative. The 60s scared the both of you, and you were threatened by go-go boots.
Well, if I'd had any go-go boots, you would have stretched them out, too. Thank God you outgrew my size.
Well, I would have made one hell of an ugly woman.
Well, you sure don't make much of a man.
That was vicious.
Well, it's true. Brenda says you're a queen.
Oh, yeah? Well, let me explain it to you, Mother. I can't be a queen right now, because my queen mother is still alive. I'm the real princess. But when you're dead, which might be any minute from now, then I'll be a queen.
What do you think about this one?
No. Try that thing she brought in.
It's black.
It's perfect. You can wear it when you ride around Acapulco on your broom.
But nobody would see me at night.
Wear glow-in-the-dark accessories.
Oh, how tacky. Isn't that plastic?
God forbid plastic touches your body. Your husband made a fortune with the damn unbiodegradable shit, and you think plastic is tacky?
Well, for jewelry, yes.
Flo, dear, did you see this?
It's like radar.
Would you like some more wine, dear?
Well, I'm capable of serving myself, Brenda, but maybe I could serve you a glass.
Oh, no, dear. I'm working. But I'm sure you could serve quite well. You boys wait on the ladies so nicely. You create such fabulous clothing and coiffes for us. And now you even serve in the military. How masculine. How inspiring.
Don't worry, Brenda. I won't be joining the military anytime too soon. Well, I don't need to go to some third world country, wait for the command charge, and blow somebody's face off, then get decorated by some general. Why, I can charge and get decorated right here in your fine store without much bloodshed at all.
You're so clever. Flo, isn't Milton just so clever?
Brenda, it's gorgeous, but red? I don't want to look like Nancy Reagan. Every time I think of her, I still see red.
When I think of the entire Reagan administration, I still see red, too.
I knew you'd say that. I know you too well, Flo.
You wish.
Pink.
Pink?
It's back. Pink lips, pink nails, and a gorgeous tan. Those Mexican boys in Acapulco will follow you everywhere.
That's all I need.
The waiters, dear. Just the waiters. Your adoring husband, I'm sure, doesn't let you out of his sight when you two take your little trips together.
She doesn't know Daddy.
Oh, yes, I do. Well, I'm still digging through the racks, Flo, looking for something else adorable. I shall return.
Can't wait!
What the hell did she mean by that crack about your father?
Don't worry about it, Flo. Daddy puts in an appearance here Christmas and your birthday. I'm sure she works him. He sees her coming a mile away.
Well, if your father was going to have an affair, I would hope it would be with someone younger. She's almost my age. That'd be embarrassing for me.
Flo, bathing suits. How could we be so stupid? Here are a few Yves Saint Laurents. Try them on and let me pick out a few sun hats and accessories for poolside.
When are you leaving?
Oh, not till Thursday. Your father's new plant in Madam Morris is about to, what does he call it? Begin operations, that's what he calls it.
So he closed down the plant in Brownsville?
Yes, as of this week. And then he's flying down to meet me at the Las Brisas.
I wish he didn't have to do that.
Who would?
Close down that plant in Brownsville.
Well, who the hell really wants to work in a goddamn plastics plant anyway? It's so smelly.
Some people don't think they have a choice, Mother.
Well, if people want a better life for themselves, they have to find it. They have to do it themselves. Your father wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. You were.
Silver-plated, Flo. I'm real lucky.
Yes, you are. Goddamn lucky. And your father's going to save a hell of a lot of money with that plant running in Mexico. Won't have to pay all those goddamn union wages. Don't you think Mexicans deserve to have new jobs?
Mother, they make peasant wages.
Well, the cost of living is lower there.
Mother, is that a two-piece suit?
Good God, I believe it is.
Is Brenda crazy with that scar?
You were the most miserable, painful birth. And I have this scar forever to remind me of it.
How nice.
Here are a few more suits, dear. Milton, you really should go down to the men's department. They're having a sale on polo shirts that you would just adore.
Sorry, dear, I ain't moving from this chair.
Oh, Flo, Carol Ann is here with her real daughter. They're in the second dressing room. She wants you to stop by and say hi. More wine, Milty?
You bet. And if Carol Ann's here with that snitty daughter of hers, Mother, you better drink some more wine, too.
Why are you always picking on Carol Ann? She's my dear friend, and you hardly know Diana.
Well, I know enough that she's a neurotic bitch. But I would be, too, if I was raised by Carol Ann. What am I talking about? I am a neurotic bitch who was raised by you.
She's sweet. You don't give anybody a chance.
I don't give them a chance. Well, they treat me like there's something wrong with me.
Well, there is, damn it.
So you like me?
I like you, but I'm crazy, too. You are your mother's own child.
Well, if Carol Ann was such a friend, she would have never charged you money to help you decorate your last new house.
She was trying to start a decorating business. Paying her just made it seem more legitimate.
Well, I would have, and could have decorated that house and done a much more fabulous job, and I wouldn't have pocketed a penny.
And I'd have purple walls.
Well, yes, probably, but they'd be fabulous purple walls.
Carol Ann knows my taste.
What taste? You have your taste dictated you by Carol Ann, by Brenda. Why don't you ever listen to me?
Because you're too bohemian.
Bohemian? Is that how Carol Ann describes me?
Carol Ann says I'm eclectic.
Eclectic. Without a clue.
Carol Ann's taste is a little more normal.
Normal. That normal word again. Normal means nice and rich and white. Black people are maids, Hispanics are gardeners. Parents travel, they lunch, and their children take psychedelic drugs.
Thank God your childhood's almost over.
Is it?
You can start acting normal any time now.
Flo, I will never be normal, okay? This is it! Thank God I wasn't born a straight woman. I'd have turned out as stupid and shallow as you. But because I turned out queer, and a damn good one, even as a child I just didn't fit, not your shoes, not anything. I became invisible in the normal world, like the maids and the gardeners.
Flo, shame on me. I realize that this suit is a two-piece. That poor exposed cesarean scar. It's unfortunate that they didn't know how to stitch skin as well way back in the 50s when Milton was born. Today, I believe they perform C-sections with lasers. Why, they hardly leave scars at all.
Well, isn't that just too bad for me?
Well, I'm sure back in the 40s when you were born, Brenda, they just yanked difficult births out befores. Maybe that's why your head shape's so funny. Or is it just your bad hairstyle that makes you look that way?
Flo, Carol Ann wanted me to give you this note. You two are just like schoolgirls.
Flo, just a quick note to say thanks. She spelled it T-H-A-N-X. How cute. Thanks again for the vote at Presbyterian last Sunday. But you owe me a brunch. Enjoy Acapulco. Let me know if you want to go Mediterranean on the new home. Love, Carol Ann.
See, she's thoughtful.
What vote at Presbyterian?
Oh, you know, that silly vote, that split of the congregation at First Presbyterian.
Well, I thought you and Daddy weren't going to get involved in that bullshit.
We didn't. Your father didn't. But Carol Ann just wouldn't shut up.
Mother, the whole thing was awful. You voted? You actually went to church and voted on splitting the church congregation?
Carol Ann wouldn't let up. It's over anyway.
Well, I'll say. Do you even know what that was all about? How the hell did you vote anyway? You and Daddy never even go to that church. Why the hell are you members of that church anyway?
Because it's a prestigious church, and your father wants his funeral there someday, and you have to donate a lot of money to have your funeral there. And I'm sure they have worthwhile charities.
Well, like what? Do you even know what the split was all about?
Carol Ann is a Sunday school teacher, and the church, she says, was getting too progressive or something like that, and they were instructing the Sunday school teachers to tell Bible stories as parables or something like that, and Carol Ann and her group thought the Bible ought to be taught like it's a true story or something like that.
Yes, Flo. Some guy named Noah went around and got a male and a female mosquito and put them on a fucking ark and floated around for years while God drowned the fucking planet. What a wonderful truth to cram down onto 6-year-old children.
Well, it's over anyway.
Well, how did you vote? Yes or no on the split? Well, Jeff Phillips told me about this shit, but I didn't think you had anything to do with it, since you never even go to that church. But you went last Sunday for the big vote.
Carol Ann and her husband picked me up. Your father was out of town, naturally. We went to church, and then we went out to brunch.
I can't believe this. Why the hell didn't you tell me about this?
Because I knew you'd throw a goddamn hissy fit, and I didn't want to hear it.
Jeff told me about this split.
Who's Jeff?
One of Daddy's regional managers. He was a deacon at that church.
Well, how do you know him?
I used to date him.
He's gay?
Mother, everybody knows he's gay.
I didn't.
Well, that's because he votes Republican and wears boring ties.
I would never have known.
Mother, he was asked to leave the church after the votes were counted. Didn't you read that Nazi propaganda that good old Carol Ann and her twisted husband and her twisted group of Christian terrorists are mailing out to the congregation?
Yes, I read it. Well,
Did you read the part that said that the board of this progressive church had entertained known homosexuals for a fundraising benefit? Did you read the part? It said known homosexuals were singing in the choir, and that known homosexuals were becoming deacons and Sunday school teachers. And after that venom was spat, it went on to remind the congregation that the Bible says homosexuality is a sin, so homosexuals shouldn't be permitted to worship with normal people. They asked... No, they told Jeff to leave that church, Mother. Jeff loved that church. God knows why, but he did. It broke his heart, Mother. Your sweet friend Carol Ann broke that man's and a lot of other queer hearts. How could you be so stupid when you have a son who's as gay as Goose? How did you vote, yes or no?
Milton!
What if I had AIDS? Do you know what Carol Ann and her twisted group of self-righteous idiots will think? They'd think I deserve it. They'd whisper it's punishment from God for being a queer. Carol Ann thinks your son's going to hell.
She wouldn't dare say that to me.
Not to your face, she wouldn't.
You don't have it, do you?
is called AIDS, Mother. And no, I don't have it. Thank God. But I know a lot of people who do. And let me tell you something, Mother. It's tragic. It's slow and it's painful. And people who have it are isolated because of the Carol Anns of this world. And the goddamn church should be spending their time and money trying to help sick people. Sick people chased away from their own goddamn church. How did you vote, Mother? Yes or no? Get out! How did you vote?
I voted no.
No?
I voted no, but I led Carol Ann and her husband to believe I voted yes, just so she'd shut up.
So Carol Ann thinks you voted yes for the church split? But you didn't? You voted no?
Damn it, I voted no, okay? I thought the whole thing was stupid anyway. That choir probably sounded just fine the way they were. My conscience would never let me vote with Carol Ann.
I love you, Mother.
I love you too, baby. I love you too.